This question says solve the quadratic equation x squared plus 3x minus 28 equals to 0 using the factorization method. So let me attempt to answer that. So the method we must use in this case is factorization method. We will not use the completing square method or the general formula method, but rather we are only using factorization method. So let me copy the quadratic equation. It is x squared plus 3x minus 28 equals to 0. So to solve this by factorization method, I have to get the factors. It is those factors that I multiply to get negative 28 and add to get plus 3. That is factors that I'll multiply to get minus 28 and I'll add them to get positive 3. So those factors, it is what to now used in the middle, so that instead of 3 terms by the left hand side, I'm now going to have 4 terms. I'm going to replace the positive 3x with those factors. The factors that I will multiply to get this and add to get this will be nothing but plus 7 and minus 4. Plus 7 and minus 4. Plus 7 times minus 4 will give minus 28, and when you add plus 7 and minus 4, they will give you positive 3. Then I will attach, because I'm replacing this positive 3x with those factors, so to each factor I have to attach the x. So I'm going to have plus 7x minus 4x, then I'll copy minus 28, I copy the x square. So you can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms now. So to continue, I'll take each and every 2 terms and factorize the further. So factor between x squared and 7x. What can divide x squared and 7x? That will be only x. So I have x, will open the bracket. So when I divide x squared by x, it will leave me with x. Divide 7x by x, it will leave me with positive 7. So I'm going to have x plus 7 in the bracket. Then I will now check these 2 terms. What can divide minus 4x and divide minus 28 without a remainder? It is nothing but negative 4. So I have minus 4 outside the bracket. Then I'll divide these 2 and write the answer here in the bracket. So minus 4x divided by minus 4, the result is going to be x. And minus 28 divided by this minus 4, the result is going to be plus 7. So I'm going to have x plus 7, then I'll close the bracket, equals to 0. So the left hand side now reduces to 2 terms, x into this and the minus 4 into this. You can see the bracket is the same, x plus 7, x plus 7, which means we can further factorize this. X plus 7, x plus 7 is common. So I now have x plus 7 outside, then I'll open this bracket. I'll now take this, I will divide it by x plus 7. You can see x plus 7 will cancel, you'll be left with x. And take this, divide it by x plus 7. Here also x plus 7 cancel, x plus 7 will be left with minus 4. So that is going to, that is what I'm going to have. So I have x minus 4 equals to 0. So this is now the factorized form of this quadratic equation. I'll continue. So I'm now having x plus 7 times x minus 4 equals to 0. The only means of getting 0 as the answer after multiplying 2 values, it is only when both values are 0 or one of them is 0. So we now said it implies either the first bracket, that is x plus 7 equals to 0, or it is the second bracket, that is x minus 4, that is equals to 0. So we will now take this, consider this to be 0, x plus 7 equals to 0. What will happen? Take 7 to the other side, to the right hand side, you have x will now be minus 7. If it were this x minus 4 that is equals to 0, what will be x? So you take minus 4 to the right hand side, there x will be positive 4. Therefore the solution would now be x minus 7 or x equals to 4. So with that, I finish answering this very question. So next I will just give you the mark distribution for this according to the official Neco marking scheme. And this is the mark distribution. The very first mark is method 1 mark, and that method 1 mark is for factoring x squared plus 3x minus 20 equals to 0. So you have this method 1 mark. Next mark is for solving that factorized form to get x. So solving for that, you have method 1 mark, and next mark is getting x as minus 7 exactly, and the other mark is getting x as 4 exactly. So this is accuracy 1 mark when x is minus 7, and the next value of x is also another accuracy 1 mark. So the total marks awarded to this question is 4 marks.